Hey everybody and welcome back to the Lucky Dog Podcast. This is your host, Elias Rouse. With me today is...
Kelly.
Kelly, it's been a while, but do you think you can help me recall and regurgitate the last 4 episodes, Season 3, Episode 1 through 4 of Hannibal the Cannibal?
You mean the first 4 episodes?
Yeah, did I say 3?
You said the last 4.
Let's do 4. We have to do 4,
No,
right?
I'm saying it was the first 4. It's the first 4 episodes of the season.
Yeah.
Okay.
Episodes 1 through 4.
I expected Jack and Will to be alive. I'm glad that they are.
Okay. Yeah, I actually have to go back and look back at our tapes to see who our death draft was.
I'm glad that they didn't bring... I mean, I know she's back to it in a sense. Abigail. But I'm glad that she's actually not in the show.
Okay, so...
She is, but she isn't. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so...
I like the role they have her playing. Like, she is, but she isn't.
Yeah, she's playing her ghost of herself.
Yeah.
So, I have many feelings about what Brian Fuller's decided to do at the end of Season 2, going into Season 3, not knowing anything from the books or from the previous the movies that have been made.
Mm-hmm.
Manhunter, Silence of the Lambs, Red Dragon, all of those.
Mm-hmm.
Which have predetermined fates for the characters we've already established in this universe.
Yeah.
I had no idea what was set for him. I was a little bit disappointed by how it was kind of a bait and switch toward the end of Season 2. Season 2 could have been the end of all of Hannibal, and I would have been like, okay, well, I guess that was a little bit gorier of an end, just, downward spiral of an end. But if it wanted to be the end of the series, it could have been.
Yeah.
I had a feeling Season 3 was going to come in and rewrite some wrongs, but they literally went back on everything they said at the end of Season 2.
What do you mean?
With the exception of Abigail. Right?
Oh, you mean just all the people that they made it look like they died?
Yeah.
And now here they are.
Literally slashed in the neck, gutted in the stomach, cut in the jugular, just like every other way you could have possibly...
Shit that should have killed you.
Any other show, these people would be dead. But because we're in Hannibal, you have to literally have your head removed for you to be dead.
Yeah. Well, yeah, because this one doctor has now had his intestines taken out and placed in his arms. He lived.
He's been shot in the face.
Mm-hmm. And somehow, I don't understand why he's still living.
Well, him among...
It went around everything in his face. Didn't give him an ounce of brain damage whatsoever.
We don't know about that, but...
I don't think he's not acting like he has anything wrong with him. He showed that man what was wrong with him.
Right.
Like what a psychopath did to him or whatever.
Yeah.
I thought the eye droopy thing was pretty cool though. Like to go along with, to make it seem believable that he got shot in the face.
Yeah, in Season
2.
Season 3. When they showed it, Season 3, Episode 4.
Oh, yeah.
I'm trying to...
Do you want to go, episode by episode?
I kind of do.
Okay,
just so that we can have it in a narrative structure.
Okay.
So, yeah, I guess it's kind of good that we're doing the last 4 episodes all as one chunk, because otherwise we wouldn't be able to tell you if Alana, Fishborn, or half of our main characters were alive, because they seriously dragged them out each episode. We didn't... At the end of episode 1, we didn't even know Jack was alive.
Yeah.
So, it's interesting how they decided to do it. They kind of just give you bits and pieces of what happened. So, episode 1, they kind of put you in there. Hannibal is in Venice, I believe.
Yeah,
and
something.
In Europe, and he...
married to his therapist.
Yeah, he's quote unquote married to his
Yeah.
therapist, and she may be forced there. She may not be. We still don't know. It's been 4 episodes,
We're not sure.
and we're not sure. We've seen
I think she's being forced because she knows that he'll kill her.
right, but we also did see a flashback. I believe it was in episode 1 or 2 that she was feeling guilty about what she did to her patient. I mean, her fucking hand was way down that dude's throat, and she had told I think Jack and season 2 that that patient that attacked her had swallowed his tongue.
Mm-hmm.
But we had just gotten a flash to when right before Hannibal walked in on them, you know, when she was attacked in her office in the flashback.
Yeah.
So
But that man, Lecter told that man to attack her, though, right?
we're gonna assume that he sent him there for that. But yeah, so what did you think about episode 1? The introduction, the killing of the I think it was a professor.
Someone died. I didn't think anyone died in episode 1.
No, he killed the professor because you remember him and his therapist wife.
You mean the guy that kept
Dr. Moore, Dr. DeBella
Show me.
Dubaro. You remember? Well, she had they had what's his face over for.
Well, he's killed
dinner?
2 people now. The guy that was trying to
This
crawl
guy.
to the door.
Yeah.
Yeah, him.
Crawled to the door. I think he was a professor.
How did he kill him?
He hit him in the head with a
Statue thing?
Yeah, and he was like, "Are you going to participate or are you going to observe? Because either way, you're participating by it. Just
Mm-hmm.
you know." So it's interesting the dynamic that Hannibal has on Doctor DeBella.
I thought it was kind of it seemed a little gay to me.
Bedelia.
The way
Bedelia.
that guy, the other guy was acting. It kind of made me think of like he was coming on to Lecter.
Yeah, I have no doubt, and I kind of feel like that's one thing Brian Fuller hasn't really explored that much is using Hannibal's sexuality. Yes, he's done it with Alana, but he didn't use it to kill her.
Yeah.
But I could definitely see him doing that with a male.
Yeah. I can. Yeah.
I could see that happening real quick. Yeah, I thought the first episode was shot it felt like a movie.
It was good. I really liked the first episode just because it was
Visually
it
stunning.
was very different from the other 2 seasons.
It's super cinematic. Oh, each season has been completely different. And listening to a couple podcasts that have covered it, they said that season 1 he wanted to have more serialized television, episodic, episode by episode killers, killer of the week. Season 2 he wanted to focus more on long-term storytelling, long form, much more cinematic in that perspective. Although it was driving me bonkers being stuck in that prison. I felt like Will.
Yeah. So what do you think about 3? Or what did the podcast say about 3?
I haven't heard anything about 3 because I stay behind.
Try not to
spoil myself because I actually season 2 episode 1 I just listened to the AfterBuzz podcast and they said that's when they showed Jack dying or not dying but getting stabbed and they're like, yeah, we don't think he's gonna die.
This season is confusing me a little because one minute I think at first when you and I were talking about or we were trying to figure out him and her and Venice if it was like a flashback or not.
Right.
And then it confuses me because sometimes I still think like, damn it, is this a flashback? And then you see Will looking for him and you know it's not. And then they flash back to when Hannibal was fucking killing everyone. And I kind of don't like that back and forth.
Right. It's you have to really pay attention because if you're like looking down for a second or something like that, you're gonna miss it and you're gonna miss the moment they're actually in because sometimes they'll transition from the him and his wife, quote unquote, Bedalia, having dinner, and then they'll transition on his face into Will like looking in his coffee cup and seeing Hannibal or something like that, and it's extremely smooth with the transitions, but it also keeps you on your toes and kind of with this cerebral feel of not really ever knowing where you're at.
Yeah, that's true.
And but although it is kind of back and forth storytelling, kind of telling you here's what's happening now, but wait, we got to tell you what happened a little bit ago.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, it does.
Yeah, we got to go back. Like,
here we are now, but we got to look back.
Yeah. So as of right now, do we know how long it's been since like in the story?
I think several months, 8 to 12 months, I believe.
Okay, so not years.
I don't believe it's been years. I think we got a timeline at the beginning of 3. Do you remember?
I just know in one of the episodes, like one of the later episodes, it shows Will back in the hospital, and it made me a little confused.
It was episode 4 when we find out what's his face that was shot in the face
is alive.
Yeah, is alive, and we had a flashback to Will in the bed.
Gotcha. Yeah.
And in the transition.
That was their way of telling us that guy was alive.
Right. That's what it was. Each episode seems to be telling us how each one of these characters survived in some sort of way.
Yeah.
First episode was definitely Hannibal and his Bedalia. That was primarily their episode. I think number 2 was Will. I don't even know if Will was in number 1. Was it Will in number?
Episode 1.
I almost feel like
I think he was. Is that not when he was in the hospital and it had Abby come in?
That was 2.
That was 2. Okay.
Because I was pissed off that they were showing the first one.
Okay, then I don't think Will was in episode 1.
Mm-hmm.
I remember us watching 1 at your aunt's, and then we tried to watch 2.
Right. So
I fell asleep, so like I kind of don't remember.
So 2, I remember when they were introducing Will. When we're clicking on number 2 to on Amazon Prime to click it for the next episode, it showed Abigail.
Yeah.
Do you remember that? And like it showed her, and I was like really pissed off about that.
Yeah, because you thought it was ruining it.
Yeah, I was like, why are you gonna show Abigail alive on the?
And then they tricked you.
Title screen, and then they pulled the rug out from right underneath me, and I was like, holy shit, he's hallucinating Abigail walking around with him.
Just like he did her father.
Yeah.
Yep.
I like this version of Abigail better, but I really don't want to have too long of conversations with it.
Do you think that him seeing her father the way that he did is, and then now he's going to see her this way or whatever, do you think they're going to be what lead him to catching Hannibal? Or do you think he's trying to catch Hannibal, or do you think he's trying to, like, what's the word I'm looking for? Like, side with Hannibal?
Oh, run away with Hannibal, because he straight up said it one. I think it was episode 2 or 3 that he wanted to run away with, or maybe 4. Was it 4 that he told?
When he was talking to Jack, wasn't he?
No, Alana. I think he was talking to.
I thought it was when Jack came to his house and
Oh,
he was
yeah.
like, you told him what you told him to run, or you told
right.
him we knew.
You right. You right.
I'm always right, fool. I'm just picking.
Yeah, that was episode 3. Sorry.
We're really not talking in order.
Yeah, we're not. We're like,
I'm sorry.
3, 4. Well, the way that the narrative structure of the last couple episodes are, it really is jumbled out of place.
Yeah, it is.
So, yeah, Will does say that he wants to run away with Hannibal.
He tells Jack that.
Yeah. I can't believe
And at this point, it doesn't matter, right? Because Jack nor Will work for the FBI anymore.
Yeah, I guess not. But, I mean, would Jack allow that?
Allow what?
I mean...
What can Jack do?
I don't know. I feel like people don't really care that there's, like, a really intense serial killer out there right now.
I was just thinking the same thing. Like, why is there not, like, nationwide news?
Manhunts.
Huh?
Like manhunts.
Manhunts, yeah. And, like, people watches, like, why are there not snipers on rooftops?
Yeah. Well,
and shit like that. Like, it's not in the news. It's none of that. And
I'd say that's a big problem.
You kind of have to know that it's because Jack fucked up on his job, and he had like other parts of the FBI in on it.
Right.
So they want to cover that shit up.
Well, yeah, I almost wish that we would get somebody even more superior than Jack in here, so that we could.
Who do you?
Have
The
that
woman?
scrutiny. She who?
The woman that fired him.
Oh, you're talking about Cynthia Nixon from Sex and the City.
Yeah.
Well,
I don't know if she fired him, but she told him that
she basically told him to get, and he's gone now from the FBI relatively for the time being.
So I wonder if we're gonna get to see all of the lab guys and shit again.
I guess I did say that I didn't want to. Well, I just said that I wanted to see his Cynthia Nixon as a superior fired Jack, but I don't know where that leaves us as a viewer. You know?
Yeah.
If we don't have any police backing, how are we gonna ever get anything solved?
Yeah, true. Oh, the guy if they're in Venice, it's the guy that Will keeps talking to now. Now he's the authority.
This
season.
Yeah,
so far.
Do we know his name?
Nope.
They don't. The accents are really thick this season. Let's see. What did you think about that guy, by the way?
I like him so far.
I think he's okay. Nothing special. I'm trying to find this guy's name. I don't know if I'll see him. Maybe he's number 2. Oh, here we go. Inspector Ronaldo Pazzi. Yeah, he plays a good inspector. I just don't find what he says that important.
Yeah.
I guess it's just because he's surrounded by like such other more fleshed out characters. I'm just less interested in this guy as a whole.
I was gonna say I feel like Will fleshes him out a lot because he's trying to play Will's. He's kind of trying to play Will's character. Remember, he said something about like we share the same gift or some shit like that, and how apparently he's been trying to catch Hannibal too.
Yeah, I guess that's You know what? I tell you what. Just you repeating it like that, saying you have the same gift and announcing that you've been going after the same guy mean nothing to us as a viewer if we don't see him actually doing it.
Yeah.
Show, don't tell. You know?
Yeah.
Show us the wall of shit that he has trying to pin Hannibal down, you know? All the strings, all the papers, all the notes, all the detective.
If we wanted to see that, we'd watch CSI.
Well, I'd still want to see. I want to see like him have some sort of portfolio that he's been fantasizing about catching Hannibal for months over, you know? Otherwise he's just telling us. You know? I don't want to be told.
Yeah.
So
I kind of wish that wouldn't have been the first place Hannibal went to though, where people are already like have been looking for him for years, even if it has been years.
I still don't have a timestamp on how long it's been. Let's say months. But still, yeah, I do think the world building is a little bit lax in it. You know, like newspaper articles, like news flashes that Hannibal is on the loose or something like that. You know, be looking for this man.
Yeah.
That type
like
of thing.
wanted posters.
Wanted posters, yeah. He gutted the FBI agents in his house and threw one of them out a window.
You would think that would be.
It would be a big news story.
Yeah, you think it would be a big news story, and that although he had been fired, you would think the FBI would take that shit serious for Jack's sake and for Will's sake.
Yeah, there's a disconnect for me somewhere around there about why Hannibal is not like number 1 on most wanted lists for all that, you know?
Yeah.
So did you agree with the full line of cast members they brought back from the death?
I did, yeah. Well, I kind of can't stand fucking Alana. And I really can't stand her now. I liked her until she slept with Hannibal. And then she turned into some little, bitch. And then now, like I said, like I mentioned last time we watched it, she's constantly looks washed out with nothing but red and black on.
Yeah, she's been Hannibaled out.
Yeah. And so, like, I get it. She's playing this whole, like, the man I thought I loved hurt me and now I'm out to get him kind of bullshit character.
Yeah.
But, like, I don't know. She doesn't play it well to me.
I don't know if we've had enough time with her because we've only had one episode since she's been back. The 4th episode.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, I thought that she was gonna be down for the count and stuck in.
She fell out of a fucking window.
Fell out of a window. I thought
and
she was
landed
broken back.
flat on her back, and the only thing that she had was a shattered pelvis.
Yeah, and it didn't even keep her down for long. So
and the thing that they had her in, like, why couldn't they just had her in like a realistic contraption? That didn't even fucking look like something anyone would use for a fucking shattered pelvis.
I thought it looked cool.
It looked cool. It might have been like visually stimulating, but it was not. It wasn't practical for me like I like for things to be. You know?
Yeah. I honestly thought she should have been rolling around in a wheelchair for a few months.
Yeah.
But I don't know. We don't know. I guess it has been a few months. We witnessed Lawrence Fishburne, I guess, euthanize his wife.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think about that?
I think it was
about time?
Yeah.
I was feeling the same thing.
She's been wanting to go for fucking ever, and why he's kept her here for her to have to be like, okay, I get it, you have to chase Hannibal around, that's fine. Like, why the fuck did she need to be here that long for him to do all that?
I do agree that it was a little bit strung out. I kind of wish it was wrapped up a little bit. I really enjoyed how the end of season 2 ended with her on the cell phone, and she was like, Jack, 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 and the blood was like flowing up into the
yeah, but it still
and the transition of
I
him,
feel like she could have been taken off into
yeah,
and it wouldn't have been too soon.
Right. I definitely think they kind of wrote themselves in a corner.
Mm-hmm.
There was no good way out,
Yeah.
Plus that scene with Jack having her on the phone or something like that. I still think that's so cool.
Mm-hmm.
With the blood floating up and then him transitioning into bed. Do you remember that? You remember when you find out he's alive?
Mm-hmm.
We were like, what the fuck is going on?
And I know, how we thought, like, well, why would they put a husband and wife in the same room in hospital beds? They were at home.
Were they at home?
At that point.
Oh.
That was their home, right?
I think so, because that's where she was euthanized.
I thought so.
Okay.
With her, yeah, because they had IVs and everything at home.
Okay, yeah. So.
But they had, like, moved their beds apart. They had put them in, like, separate beds.
Yeah. I don't know. Very interesting.
I don't know. I guess because of how I feel about death.
Yeah.
I thought that was a pretty cool thing to add into the show.
Okay.
How she died.
Yeah.
Because I can completely, like,
sympathize.
I don't know if it's sympathize or I can just agree.
Right. It's not a good position to be in. Suffering position.
Yeah.
A suffering state.
Or whenever you're just like, hey, I'm ready to go, and the person that you the person you're trusting to do it is just like, not ready for you to go.
It's difficult. It's difficult.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it's been a jam-packed 4 episodes.
Have we talked enough about 2?
Did we really? 2 and 3 were
a blur.
Kind of a blur. With I had to watch 3 over the course of like 3 different days because the actress in it, what was her name? Mishka or something?
I didn't like her.
She was just noticeably
kind of still don't understand the story with the old guy in the cage.
Chio.
I'd say Chio.
Chio? Okay, well, yeah, I just noticeably could tell that this actress was not as strong as an actress as the rest of the cast. And some of the lines she was saying were a little bit stilted.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if it was her or if it was the director.
Yeah.
They just didn't use the right cut. I feel like she could have delivered it a little bit better, but she just didn't.
Yeah.
She was holding a guy that was responsible for
the death of like a friend.
I thought it was the death of Hannibal's sister.
Hannibal killed his sister.
Hannibal didn't kill his sister. He ate his sister.
Oh. Oh, okay. So it was his sister, but it's still that girl's friend. And so that's why he had that girl talked into...
Yeah, she said that he couldn't kill him or something like that. So she held him hostage or something, or held him there. And then there was a whole part with Will, like, releasing the guy and the guy trying to strangle
her.
Chio. And the way it was shot, first of all, I was like, holy shit, she died. And, it was like, well, she died. Mm-hmm. And then she comes back and she's like...
stabs it. She pulls a Hannibal, like how Hannibal did Jack, and like stabs him with a glass bottle.
Right. So, I thought that was really cool how they were filming that specifically, because they make you think she died.
Yeah.
We've seen so many characters like die and then come back, and
she said sorry. I want to know why she said sorry to him.
Fuck that.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe just.
I kind of feel like I lost that whole
subplot
connection. Yeah.
Well, maybe when we come back, it'll have a little bit more meaning to us, or I'll be able to listen to a couple podcasts to get some insight on it. But I did too.
I'm like completely like, until you just now told me like, oh, that guy killed Hannibal's sister.
I think that's what happened. I thought.
I just remember. What's her name? Dahlia? Is that what we've been calling her?
Bedalia.
Mm-hmm. I like Dahlia. I'm gonna call her Dahlia. I just remember her being in the tub and her saying, "How did your sister taste?" Yeah. And then going down into the tub, and I remember me being like, "Is she dead? Is she killing herself? Is she drowning? What's she doing?" And then we never got to see anything.
Well, we know she didn't die.
I'm just still confused.
If that doctor dies on this series, we're gonna see it, and it's probably gonna be gruesome.
Oh yeah. I think it's going to be very fucking poetic, though, because that's, I feel like in some sense Hannibal does have, like
a gauge?
Like, maybe feelings for her to some extent.
She's pretty, and she's got a
nice
intellect,
yeah.
She's smart.
I just feel like they have the same, like...
demeanor?
Yeah. Dude, I loved when I did not love the scene where he fucking put that ice pick in that man's head.
Oh, it's
but
so
when
fast.
she got up, that scene made me that made my heart hurt. Like it made me think about it just made me think way too fucking deep. Because the guy's sitting there laughing. He's like laughing, and then all of a sudden he's like, I can't see. And I'm like,
oh my gosh, yeah.
What the fuck, man? And he's like keeps talking, and then he's laughing, and then she gets up and she comes over and she jerks it out, and Hannibal's just eating his food. He's like, technically you killed him. I'm like, you fucking dick.
Oh my
you
gosh,
asshole. I thought it was a good one too, but
he was like, that was your fault.
Yeah,
he was gonna be fine.
He was like, technically you killed him.
He was totally gonna be fine.
And to me it comes off as like a smart ass funny.
It's like a dark humor.
Yeah, it's very dark humor, because in his mind he's just like, you did it. Not me. But dude, like hearing that guy talk with that pick in his head, and he's just like,
oh my gosh,
the way he's like sputtering while he speaks, it just made me feel bad. Did
you I got like an instant like headache as soon as he put that in his head. I was like, oh, I felt like I was stabbed.
Yeah,
I was like, oh.
I didn't watch it. I went from it I skipped the scene where it actually went in, because I was watching them talk, and then I saw Hannibal get up, so I fast forwarded.
That was at 3, and you didn't know that Jack came back either. Mm-hmm. I remember you skipped with something, and you were like, "Wait, Jack's back?"
No.
Yeah.
No, I remember saying that.
Don't even play.
No, I'm not, because I watched it.
That's what happened.
No, it's not, because I watched it and I remember seeing Jack, and I wasn't with you, and I remember wanting to text you and being like,
No.
Jack's on the show, but like I couldn't, so I had to act surprised.
I don't think that's.
That is exactly what happened.
I definitely don't think that's what happened. You were lying.
No, I'm not.
Oh my goodness! But
I knew it.
Okay, so before I forget, I do think it was bullshit that doctor therapist guy that was shot in the face came back.
Mm-hmm.
But you know what?
What is he exactly? What is his
I
title?
thought he was a psychologist, the head psych ward guy. You know?
At a prison.
Yeah, the
So
prison.
he's no one's boss man.
He's the boss of that company.
And also the...
Of the psych ward. I don't think it's a company, sorry.
Okay. So he's just head of the psych ward.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
That's what I... Because he was keeping
Gideon.
Gideon, yeah, Dr. Gideon in there.
Yeah. No, I mean, I remember. I just never understood. He comes across as he's like... when he talks
Dr.
to...
Chitlin, sorry.
Chitlin.
Dr. Frederick Chitlin.
No, no.
Uh,
No. Shut...
Chilton, sorry. Sorry, I had something in my eye.
You
Shut!
didn't. You're so dumb.
There's so many of these fucking names.
Chilton.
Super Troopers. Man.
Chilton.
Knock me.
Chitlin. That's what I'm gonna call him. That's what I'm gonna call him.
All right,
from now on.
Shitlin.
uh, every time he's having a conversation with someone, he just talks like he's ahead of them, like he's above them, like he's just this big fucking douchebag.
I don't know if he's like douchebag, but I know what you mean. He's got like this grimy, slimy.
And I just was like, don't fucking forget about the time that you were at Will's house, like begging him to fucking hide you so that you could fucking leave.
Yeah.
Acting like a little bitch because you were fucking scared, thinking something bad was gonna happen to you.
He was honestly, I think his character was cracking me up toward the end of season 2.
Yeah.
And when he died,
when we thought he was dead,
that was some bullshit. I hated how that went. It still pisses me off. We even had to go back and do like a slow-mo of how it went in his brain.
No, how it missed his brain.
How it missed his brain. It's like bull sack. That would explode.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Well, his eye should have like came out or something.
Well, it did come out. I think he has a glass eye.
No, he wears a contact. Why would he have taken the contact off of the glass eye?
So it makes it look like...
No, glass eyes are made to look like your natural eye. You don't get a glass eye that looks like a blind eye and then have to wear a contact.
You never really know. You never really know.
Okay, well then we'll just go with that. He has a glass eye and a contact because his glass eye looks like a blind eye. That's how he wanted it.
Well, we got to talk about the important stuff.
Okay.
Like the fact that we no longer have the great Michael Pitt playing Mason Verger.
Yeah.
Is that
bullshit.
some baloney or
that
what?
That is some grade A bullshit.
What the fuck, Hannibal? The whole program probably shut down because they couldn't bring Michael Pitt back as Mason Verger.
And he would have done a better job. This guy sounds like the Grinch.
This guy is like,
and he actually just looks like a who.
Where's my coat?
And he actually just looks like a who.
Oh my gosh! So he's
that terrible fucking makeup looks like some who makeup, and he sounds like he is the Grinch.
It's a big clusterfuck of cat.
Is that fucking Jim Carrey?
No, Lanza.
No, it's not.
Oh
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
He just came in with some leftover Grinch makeup on and was like, "I'll do it."
I'm good. Like, what is...
I haven't finished taking my makeup off yet.
Yeah, you just keep it on, man. Yeah, this guy is noticeably...
Terrible?
I don't think he's terrible. It's just we had a grade A actor, you know? An HBO top-notch quality performance. and when it's taken away... you noticeably can tell when you have some of the best steak you've ever had in your life, you're like, oh my Jesus, this is delicious.
And someone takes it away and gives you
it gives you the same steak, but it's not top notch. It's not made by Guy Ferrari or Guy Fieri or whatever. Is that a chef?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not made by the top quality chefs with the top quality beef.
Is he a chef or does he just go around eating a shit ton of food?
he has something to do with food, but
I know he has like two
it's not
shows
approved. It's
where
not
he goes and
approved
looks.
by Guy Fieri. Guy Fieri, is it Fieri?
I thought for a minute I thought it was Ferrari, but it's not.
No. Okay, so Michael, just not having
Fury, Fury.
Michael Pitt brought us to an A list. This guy brings us to a B list. This guy's not terrible. It's just, we've had something better.
Yeah.
So we're just used to that.
He did a good job in season 2. Really good job.
Yeah. So, damn. I almost wish I just didn't. I wish I didn't realize it was Michael Pitt. Because otherwise I wouldn't be complaining. I don't think I'd be complaining about the new guy.
Yeah.
But we'll see what this new guy can bring. Maybe he's bringing some, a little bit of sadistic mischief, comedic timing, just as Michael Pitt brought, because I thought that he brought so many different levels. Do you remember how crazy he was? He just like stabbing the couch
and then laughing. He's like, "Send me the bill."
Yeah.
It's like,
he remember,
dude.
He was like cutting part of his cheek off.
And feeding it to the dog.
Yeah. I honestly
liked Hannibal. Hannibal's my favorite character out of all 3 seasons. My favorite character will always be Hannibal because of his dark humor. When the guy's like, "I'm hungry," and he's like, "Eat your nose."
Oh my god!
I don't know, dude. It's just his dark humor to me is just amazing.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
I like it.
Hannibal fucked that Mason Verger up so bad they had to get a new actor.
What was the actor's name from 2? Mike what?
From 2, Michael Pitt.
Michael Pitt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to see what he's doing.
He was
now.
like, "Sorry, man, that's too traumatizing.
Too traumatizing.
I can't deal with any more of what y'all want me to do."
He's like, "You want me to saw my nose off?" No, let's see what he's doing real quick, because Michael Pitt is an exceptional actor. I hope he really got a couple good roles after this. Okay, so Mason Verger, he went on to do The Smell of Us. Oh, okay. As a street musician, uncredited. A couple other shorts. Criminal Activities, which has John Travolta. Criminal, which was one of the worst movies rated that year, with Ryan Reynolds and Kevin Costner. He was in Ghost in the Shell, another kind of half-assed movie that's been rated. He's coming up in Detective Chinatown 2. Oh, Jesus. This is not looking too good.
So why didn't he just stay in Hannibal?
Yeah, come on, man. Why?
You didn't have important shit to do.
Yeah, dude, come on. This was like... Alright, so he had a streak of like 4 shitty movies that he was on. If you include Ghost in the Shell as a shitty movie.
You know what? He's being paid. Fuck it. He can't help the movies are shitty.
Yeah.
He's not the writer.
He's up there with big names. I'm telling you. John Travolta, Ryan Reynolds, Kevin Costner, Gary Oldman, Gal Gadot. Like, these are big name actors he's up there with, but it doesn't seem like he's hit that break yet. He needs to get a movie that has, some good writers behind it.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I definitely want to see some more Michael Pitt. Sorry we had to go on the Michael Pitt.
I liked him a lot.
Yeah, good actor. Great actor. Predictions for the rest of the season.
I think this new detective dude is going to be like the second or third to die.
Okay. Yeah, he's definitely on the death draft. Since this is the last season, I have...
Did that old man die when she stabbed him in the neck? I thought I saw Will take him to the woods and let him out.
Old man?
The guy that was in the cage.
He did let him back, but then the old man went back from the you're thinking of vice versa. Will let him out, and the guy was like, "Where the fuck do I go?" And then he went back to the cage he was being taken in.
Why?
To fake that he was being in there, and then kill the lady.
Oh.
Yeah. So, I wonder if I have a feeling she might be on death draft, but death draft on Hannibal's part.
Yeah.
Like, maybe she might know something, but it's interesting because she's...
Who do you think will be the first one to die, other than these two dudes that we didn't know for very long?
You mean main characters?
Yeah.
Dr. Bedelia is on the slab. I don't. Let me put some names out there. We got Bedelia, Inspector. Who's the third?
I think Alana might die relatively soon.
They've brought so many characters back. It's like it's the Glenn Dumpster.
You think it's gonna be all? You think it's gonna be, Bedalia and like new characters that die first?
Yeah, we need someone from the old crew, and then someone from the new crew, and that.
Well, two people from new crew have died.
Who's the new crew?
The two guys that he killed at home.
Fuck that. They're not.
They don't count.
They're not main cast. If they're like C-list actors that might come and go in one episode, that doesn't count.
Okay.
We need reoccurring characters.
We don't have very many other characters for the new crew other than the new detective.
He's literally stabbed everyone.
Yeah. Apparently stabbing just doesn't kill people the way you think it does.
Yeah, I mean, he knows exactly where to stab. The tender parts. What he's doing.
Don't talk about it.
He's tenderizing you.
And feeding you snails to make you taste good.
Yeah. Oh, I really enjoyed the Dr. Gideon scene. I believe that was in episode 1. Having you can't kill Dr. Gideon. Eddie Izzard.
Oh, he's still alive, isn't he?
No, he died in.
Oh no, yeah,
it was
he died.
a flashback, but
yeah.
You just can't kill that guy. He comes back.
Yeah, because his body was cut up and put in Chitlins' office.
Yeah.
At home.
Yeah, he about shit a brick. That was hilarious.
That's when he went fucking running.
Yeah.
Like a little bitch.
That was a great episode.
That was good.
And then Hannibal was in his house already in
his
a full plastic suit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's such a good season. Yeah, I'm excited. This is getting me like hyped to watch more.
Yeah.
So Death Draft, we got Bedalia. I think Inspector is 1, Bedalia is 2, 3 is the
detective. He's not an inspector. He's not a fucking health inspector. He's a detective.
It says Inspector. You call him Inspector when they're in Venice, I think.
Well, we're fucking not. Okay.
They are in Venice.
But I'm not.
Oh,
He's a fucking detective.
It says Inspector. Suck it.
I will be calling him detective.
I don't think they have detectives there.
It's the same thing.
It's not. It's really... See? Look. INSP. Inspector. Inspector Gadget.
Will isn't an inspector, is he?
No, he's an informant or something like that. I don't remember exactly what... They called him something... An associate, because he's not exactly FBI. But anyways, so yeah, I think we got Bedalia, we have Inspector, and we have Chio.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I think those are my 3.
One of those 3, I feel like might go in not 5. I don't feel like anyone's gonna go in 5. I think it might be 6.
Turning Point 6 or 7.
Yeah. Because there's only, 8 or 9 episodes?
13.
Oh, shit.
Yep.
Well, damn. Have we talked about it enough? Have we talked about enough shit? Have we covered everything?
I think we did. We got all 4 episodes pretty in-depth,
Okay.
At a solid 44-minute podcast,
Okay.
Just wanted to let everyone know, thank you for listening. Around the world, the Lucky Dog Podcast thanks you. We have listeners coming out the wazoo, like literally the wazoo. I think that's a place that we're streaming from.
Cool.
We have people all the way from Turkey, Kazakhstan, Ireland, France, Pakistan, Thailand,
Ireland, hey.
Brazil, Canada, Spain, India, the United States. We got them all.
It's awesome.
We're worldwide.
So cool.
We're worldwide. Lucky Dog worldwide. Prestige worldwide.
I was going to say prestige. Worldwide, wide.
Oh. All right, everyone. You can find the full podcast libraries at SoundCloud, YouTube, Google Play, all the popular iTunes podcast apps. Kelly, thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you everyone for listening, and take it easy.